So this is my first stop on my little road trip up north today, and it is in South Armagh. So it's a memorial garden dedicated to the South Armagh IRA. Now you can read here, it was dedicated to this stone's dedicated to Martin McGuiness because he opened this memorial garden in 2010. So a true friend and comrade of the Republican movement in South Armagh. And then you have a number of flagpoles here, but the only one flying up high is the tricolour. And then you have the names of, it's either 23 or 24 volunteers who died throughout the Troubles and a little afterwards. So one of the names here is Pat Lynch, he was last in 2008. Other names, Brendan Burns, 1988. Raymond McCresh, who would have died on hunger strike in 1981. And then the first volunteer named is Michael McFerry in 1973. So the Garden of Remembrance is dedicated to the volunteers of the Irish Republican Army, to the men and women of South Armagh who played their part in the struggle for Irish freedom with integrity, courage and determination. So it's just a small little memorial garden. I read about it a couple of months ago, so I'll give it a little visit. And it's in the village of Mullabon. So the South Armagh IRA would have been one of the most successful units throughout the Troubles. They managed to keep their traditional military structure and brigades, whereas a lot of the rest of the IRA had to turn to cell structures due to informers and infiltration. But these lads managed to keep their traditional form, and they were involved in some of the biggest actions during the Troubles, such as the Docklands bombing in 1996. They also made the South Armagh area undrivable for the RUC and the British Army. And then once they were flying through helicopters, they also managed to shoot down a number of helicopters during the Troubles. And what else would they have done? There was a South Armagh sniper unit in the early 90s, which started targeting foot patrols. So they had a couple of very known actions. But there's a memorial garden dedicated to them.